Hello everyone, my name is James and welcome to Global Economy Explained. Today we're breaking down major developments coming out of China, from an unexpected military shakeup to rising debt levels in the economy to shifting global relationships with Africa and the United Kingdom. Let's get straight into it. Turbulence inside China's military. We begin with growing speculation surrounding the sudden removal of two senior Chinese military leaders. Beijing has released almost no additional information, which is typical when it comes to sensitive political or military decisions. However, the silence itself has sparked concern internationally. The departure of these high-ranking generals has raised questions about stability inside China's armed forces, especially at a time when tensions in the region remain elevated. One of the removed officials previously played a key role in maintaining communication channels with foreign militaries, particularly the United States. His absence may complicate crisis management during moments of confrontation or misunderstanding. Another dismissed figure had reportedly been involved in restoring military dialogue after relations froze following high-level diplomatic tensions over Taiwan. Analysts note that he was seen by some Western officials as pragmatic and open to engagement. There are two main interpretations circulating. This is part of a broad internal anti-corruption and discipline campaign, or it reflects deeper concerns within leadership about loyalty and control. Since 2023, dozens of senior officers across multiple branches of China's armed forces have been investigated or removed. That scale suggests something more systematic than routine reshuffling. Some experts argue this signals tighter central control. Others warn that replacing experienced leaders with younger, more nationalistic figures could shift internal military thinking over time. For now, outside observers are left with uncertainty. The bigger question remains, does this reflect strong centralized authority or growing internal insecurity? China's financial shift in Africa, China's role in Africa is also evolving. For years, Beijing was known as one of the continent's largest lenders for infrastructure and development projects. That dynamic has changed. Recent data shows China is now receiving more in repayments than it is issuing in new loans, a notable reversal compared to the previous decade state. Backed lending has declined sharply from its peak years. However, trade and private sector engagement remain active. This suggests a strategic shift, less emphasis on large sovereign lending, more focus on commercial partnerships and risk management. Whether this reflects financial caution, changing priorities, or lessons learned from debt challenges in certain African nations remains debated. But the direction is clear. China's financial footprint in Africa is being recalibrated. The UK attempts a diplomatic reset. Finally, the United Kingdom is attempting to reset relations with Beijing. The British Prime Minister has arrived in China for high-level talks, the first visit of its kind in several years. The goal appears to be stabilizing relations while pursuing economic opportunities in trade, finance, and investment. At the same time, British officials emphasize that engagement will not come at the expense of national security. Balancing economic cooperation with strategic caution remains a delicate challenge. Public opinion in the UK shows mixed attitudes, reflecting broader global uncertainty about how to approach China in a shifting geopolitical environment. The coming months will reveal whether this outreach produces tangible agreements or simply symbolic diplomacy. So across military leadership, economic leverage, global lending strategy, and diplomatic outreach, China remains at the center of multiple structural shifts. We'll continue tracking these developments as they unfold. If you found this breakdown helpful, consider subscribing for clear and data-driven analysis on global power dynamics. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.